Raise your right hand. State your name.
Joseph Strickler.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please tell us your, actually just spell your last name for us for the record.
Strickler, Strickler.
Okay. And where are you currently employed?
The 2nd Judicial District Attorney General's Office
Okay. How long have you been employed there?
since September of 2021.
Okay. And what is your title there?
Victim Witness Coordinator.
Okay. And prior to that, were you employed in law enforcement?
Yes. Sullivan. Excuse
Okay,
me.
go ahead. Tell me where. Yeah.
Sullivan County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. What was your title at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office?
Captain over Criminal Investigations.
Okay. And how long had you been captain of criminal investigations?
I was with the department for 30 years before I retired, and on 2 different occasions, it was several years.
Okay. So could you give the jury just a brief rundown of your experience with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office?
I started out in as a when I graduated from college. I started out as a corrections officer and worked my way up to a patrolman, and from patrolman went into detective division, and then worked my way up through the ranks there to being a captain over the criminal investigation division.
Okay. And were you employed in that capacity in late 2019 and early 2020?
Yes, I was.
Did you assist in working the case of missing child Evelyn Boswell?
Yes.
Do you recall what your role was in this investigation?
Was the captain over criminal investigations. My main duty was administrative, and basically what I was doing was being a conduit between our agency and the FBI, the TBI, the district attorney's office, the staff and command of the sheriff's office, and also helping out any way that I can with making sure they had the resources they needed and the manpower.
Okay. So you're essentially a liaison between the different agencies that were working this investigation?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you personally interview Megan Boswell at some point?
Yes, I did.
And was that on February 20th of 2020?
Yes, it was.
Okay. That day, did you conduct more than one interview of the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. How many?
2.
Okay. To your knowledge, and you may not know this, had the defendant been interviewed by anyone else that day prior to you speaking with her?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Where did these interviews take place?
The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Detective Division's interview room.
Okay. And is that located in Sullivan County, Tennessee?
Yes, it is.
Was the interview video and audio recorded? And who was present during the interview?
Myself and Miss Boswell.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity prior to court to fully watch both interviews in their entirety?
Yes.
Okay. So first we'll go to the first video. Is that a fair, since you've watched it, is it a fair and accurate representation of the first interview you conducted with Megan Boswell on February 20th, 2020?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be made exhibit number
183.
183.
Any objection? No, sir.
And then permission to play it at this time for the jury.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Joey Strickler. I'm the captain of criminal investigations. They called your boyfriend Hunter,
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be, I reckon he's supposed to come to pick you up. So,
I was wondering when my mom can get me.
oh, you want your mom, not him?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. Take care of
Okay,
that.
well, can I ask you something you answer me honestly? Okay, so like when I got on the other cop's car, he was telling me like Hunter had like orders of protection against him or like domestic assault or something.
I can find out. I don't know.
Can you tell me that?
Oh, I could tell you that if I knew it, but I can find out for you.
Can
Sure.
you? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean like he does, like, I just really like, don't want to be around that kind of person, you know what I mean?
I don't blame you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find out for you. Be right back. Hey, Bryce. They're calling right now.
But tell him no mom can give me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. You know, I've been watching, you know, those videotapes. I've been watching it. I've been doing this a long time. I've been a cop for 30 years, and it breaks my heart to see a young lady like you, and you have a child. We don't know where it's at.
Did you watch me cry? I was trying not to cry for them.
That's okay, though. That's okay. Okay? Because the fact of the matter is, you go to Maggie, that precious little baby's somewhere. I don't know. And I honestly believe, I want to believe that you would tell us in a heartbeat if you knew where that child was at. And is there any way that you can think, maybe help me to find that little baby?
I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not crying.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay? It's okay. I know you've not seen her in a while, and I know, we've been talking to Evelyn. We've had him on the phone. We've had his captain on the phone. And we've been talking and trying to find this baby. Is there any way that somebody has that baby that's a friend of yours or a family member that's afraid that if they're afraid to tell us, or they're afraid that you'll tell us, so they keep.
I don't know if you know that I dropped her off somewhere. What happened? I was trying really hard to cry, but I was like thinking about her. I dropped her off, and she's asked what she's wearing and stuff like that, and I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I understand. Please, we're just trying to find out what happened to that little thing. And, I'm a daddy. And it breaks my heart to know that this child could be with someone that don't love it, that don't take care of it, or, God forbid, something bad's happened to that baby. And, the thing about it is, everybody's going to point back to you because you're the mama. And you're the mama that let the baby go. When I say let the baby go, I mean, you're the one that took the baby and said, here.
I know, but I was giving her to her dad, and I thought it'd be okay.
You say you thought it'd be okay. Do you think something's happened to it?
I mean, no, but I didn't think that, I wasn't going to see her for months at a time or something like that. When I did, when all this started happening, I was like, oh, I don't want to be my mom just to try to, solve myself. I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person who does all that, you know what I mean? And, I just worried her for over a year about myself, and I was like, if he wants to keep her for a little bit, it's fine.
How old are you, may I ask?
18.
You're just a young lady yourself. You're a brand new mama, and you're thrown into a different world, wasn't it? And I can understand you feeling that way and saying, hey, I just want a little bit of time to myself, a little bit of time to be me before I have to be a mama. And you had all these things that happened so quick to you, it's, bless your heart. My heart goes out to you, but I'm telling you, we gotta find that little thing. We gotta find her. And do you remember when she broke her arm? somebody said she broke her arm.
I don't know if she actually broke her arm or not. I just know it was bruised. I never saw it, so I don't know.
You never saw the bruise?
No.
And did this happen after you gave her to you? Okay. Okay. Well, now, when they say that you dropped their baby off at his parents,
His grandparents.
His
Me
grandparents?
and him stood outside. We didn't go in.
and where was the baby at?
On my hip. And then I let her kind of like go to him to get used to him. And I stayed about 30 minutes and she was fine. So I was like,
So okay, did the grandparents ever come out?
No.
They never did come out?
no.
Okay. And then that was the last time you seen her?
No, I saw her the next day.
You went back and seen her the
Just
next
for a second. Me and him brought into it. He told me to leave.
Okay, who was with you when you went back
It
up
was
there?
just me.
Just you. Now, was you dating anybody during that time after you left?
Hunter. But I didn't really tell him me and Ethan were into it.
Okay, so you went from Ethan to Hunter. Okay. Okay, how long did you know Ethan? Can you tell me a little bit about him? I mean,
I met him
know
my
what-
freshman year of high school.
Where'd you go to school at?
Central.
Okay. Okay, so you just graduated last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, wow. And where'd you meet Ethan at?
At school.
So he went to Central also. Okay. And then he got in. He joined the Army. Is that correct? Okay. Hmm. So the last time you seen your daughter was sometime around Christmas, the day after that you dropped him off. You went and he didn't want to let you talk with her, or be with her, or anything. Was there a confrontation or anything? He just basically ran you off, or say, hey, you're not talking to my
I think he
baby?
just basically ran me off.
Okay. When you all met down in El Paso, when you went down there, did you all just meet down there and you turn around and come back home with
No, I
him?
stayed for a little bit. He didn't come back home until a couple weeks after.
Okay, did you bring the baby back with you? You had the baby with you and you
Yeah.
brought it back, okay. And then where was you staying at that time?
My dad went to trailer park and I was staying in one of his trailers.
Okay, okay. And your dad's
Tommy.
Tommy? Okay. So you stayed at these trailers and in the trailer park, where's that located at?
Do you know where Sugar Hall Road is?
I sure
It's like
do.
on the corner of Sugar Hall and Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, I know where that's at.
They're like storage units across from it.
Yeah, that's up there close to Mooney's, the restaurant, or little restaurant place.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you stayed there, and then you moved out of there and moved in with Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Hunter ever see the baby?
Yeah.
Hunter
Not
see-
much, I won't lie to you, just because
Well,
I'm
that's
worried
fine.
about bringing Evelyn around people, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
And also at the time, I'm not gonna lie, like Hunter told me he was on probation, we didn't tell me before, you know what I'm saying? I'm like iffy on who I bring her around, you know what I mean?
Okay. So you was thinking that you were doing the best for your baby by
Not having her around.
him, and
I know that sounds bad, but like now that I know him better, I don't think he's a bad person, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I only known him at like a couple of weeks when I moved in with him, you know, when I was kind of like kicking me out, you know.
okay.
Didn't really have any real scared.
But that led you to, I guess what I'm trying to say though is, that was a natural route for you to go as far as if you wanted someone to watch Evelyn, was take her to Ethan,
Yeah, her dad.
her dad. Okay. Okay. Wow. We're fixing to send out what's called a nationwide alert. So we're trying to find this baby, and I don't know what's going to happen. I just pray to the good Lord above that we're going to find her, and we're going to find her alive, and find her well taken care of. Because I've been doing this a long time, and the worst thing that's ever had to deal with is the death of a child, or a baby that's been hurt, or a baby that's been abused. And I have a lot of nightmares about that. And it's been too many to count through the years. And all I want to do is stand up for that little baby that may not be able to stand right now. And I need your help. I do. I need your help. And if you can think of any way, fashion, or form, that you know where that baby's at, or where, just to point me in the right direction, please help me. Please help me. I want to bring it back in. Bring her back in.
I don't know.
Is there any way that can you tell me a reason why that you didn't reach out since Christmas to the family to try to find Evelyn and talk to her, just sit up and even put her on my phone and let me speak to her?
Because I was really just trying to resolve two meetings, to be honest with you.
You was what?
Just trying to resolve it between these two.
So, tell me what you think. What do you think's happened?
I don't know if he's taking her encounter out for someone else for.
You think he hurt her?
No.
Did you hurt her?
No.
Would Hunter hurt her?
No. He either get mad and threaten me all the time, and he never actually did anything. You know what I mean?
Did he ever show any aggression or anger toward your little baby?
Well, I don't know. Also.
You never seen that?
No.
You said that she had a bruise on her arm earlier. How did she? Do you know how that bruise happened? That you think is?
She fell off the bed. That's what I was told.
Where at?
And he said,
Did that happen? Did you ever see the bruise and stuff? You never did see the bruise or the broke arm or anything like that? So you did have some telephone conversation apparently
Yeah.
with Ethan about her.
yeah.
Okay. Well, this is weird because the thing that we're being told is that by him, he's like, I've not seen her.
He has seen her. I swear to you, he has.
And when the last time you seen that little thing,
On Christmas Eve, he had her then, but I had her for a little bit on Christmas. So me and my family and Hunter went fishing forage every spend the night. And that Christmas Day, and I got her stuff that I got her. And I got, the stuff that my brother got her and stuff, and I took it to him.
they're on off of Hartown. Did you get to see her that day?
Yeah. I
What
had
did
her
you
for a
take?
couple hours.
What did you take to her that day?
I don't know what my brother got her, but I got her a little horse and baby shark stuff and clothes and stuff like that.
So sad. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to lead to. Like I've told you before, I've been doing it a long time. And in cases like this, the fingers point toward the mama. And it points toward you because, for one reason, is that you willingly took the baby to Ethan. I understand why. I mean, you're telling me why you did that. But then, of course, he's not saying something didn't happen there. It was not right. That's what he said, of course. We got to find the baby. We've got to find Evelyn. Got to find her. Take care of her. And if it's a situation where, that you don't feel like that you can take care of her, then I promise you, we'll find some people to take care of her, that little thing for you. And I promise you that. We'll do everything we can to get you help and get her help to take care of her. But we've got to find her.
When you all find her, does this mean I won't come see her anymore?
No, it doesn't mean that at all. Does not mean that at all. But I can tell you this, if you think for a second, a little sliver, that you might know where she might be. Well, hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, go with the officer, please.
One stand, please. Yes. You may be seated, thank you.
We'll be recessed up for 10, 15 minutes. If you can sit down. Just don't discuss your testimony. All right. Thank you.
One stand, please. You may be seated, thank you.
All right. Go ahead and get back up.
I mean, be around that. If he's an abuser and stuff that you didn't know about, you don't need to be around that. And, you know, we'll find out. And I'll find out if your mom can come and pick you up, okay?
Okay.
And,
I don't know the number, Hunter has it.
Who has it?
Hunter does it, so I was thinking to call him and tell her to come get me.
Oh, okay, tell her. Oh, okay. We'll find out.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so now moving to, well, prior to the second interview, you stepped out for a few minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Any idea of how long you were out before you came back into the room?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Okay, you don't remember?
No.
Okay, and that's fine. So the second video, you also had an opportunity to watch it in its entirety,
Yes.
and it is also a fair and accurate representation of the second interview you conducted with Megan Boswell on February 20th, 2020.
Yes.
We'd ask that that may be made exhibit number 184, please.
Any objection? All right, before exhibit 184.
And permission to play it for the jury.
I have, you know, I got some, been caught a long time, and I've got some my own opinions about this stuff. But, just something just not adding up. It's just not adding up. And, you know, if there's something that, you think in your mind, anyway, that's an informed that you could think.
Well, I was talking to Dad today. He told me to call Mom and that she said when all this story goes out, she was going to have to disappear, that she was going to go to jail. I don't know what's going on.
Your mom heard that something?
I don't know. That's all he told me today. I don't know what's going on.
So Tommy told you that
And then all this started going on, because he called her the night before, he told you all, he told her what he was going to do, and then she said, well, you can't do that, this is what he told me, like, I'll have to disappear, I can't come back to the hospital, I don't know what, I hope she doesn't do anything too.
So you, but I thought Ethan had the baby.
I thought he was too, but this is just what my dad told me this morning, I promise you, I talked to him on the phone, on my way down here, because I called my grandma first. I wanted to stop down there for a thing up here. I've nobody to talk to, you know. I just wanted to, when he called me, he started telling me.
So she, Tommy told you that he has talked to,
No, this was before he called up here,
okay, but he has talked to your mom.
a couple days ago. And that, he told me that he lied to her and lied to me and said that DCS was going to do a whole visit on Elijah because he thought that she was going to run off.
And so he basically, but what he said to Angel, help me with this, but he told Angel that he was going to send DCS to.
Check out Evelyn and stuff. And he told me that she said, oh, like, I'll have to leave, and like nobody can ever find me again, like I'm going to jail and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to surprise. That's just a lot for us to say.
Okay. And then Angel said that she was going to run, but she's going to leave and stuff.
Well, that's what she told Dad apparently. And Dad told me that he lied to her and said that DCS was going to come do a checkup on Elijah so he could get him from her, my little brother. And then when they met at Eagles, that like she was crying and like wouldn't say anything to Dad or anything like that.
Okay.
And she was not freaking out. I'm sorry, I just always had like so much faith in my mom and the fact that even the thought that she would do anything just really like. I'm sorry, that's what my first question was, hey, have you all talked to her? Then yesterday, the whole way up here, she was like bitching at me, saying that like, I won't lie, I lied, she didn't run out of gas, she just wouldn't tell me.
I knew you.
I'm sorry.
You wouldn't tell them. That's hard work. But you wouldn't tell them the truth.
I'm sorry. But she was like bitching at me and saying that she wasn't coming up here, she didn't want you to be like seen, blah, 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 stuff like that.
You didn't what?
Want to be seen,
She wanted to be okay.
stuff like that.
Do you think she's in that? Do you think she's in that car, that BMW?
Yeah,
Was the last time you seen her, she was in the BMW?
yeah, it's when she got me out the Evelyn shelter.
Oh, okay. That was the day that she walked up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Was McLeod with her?
Yeah,
Did he drive or did she drive?
he usually drives.
Did he drive it?
He was driving that day.
Okay, and whose car is that? Whose Beamer is that?
Well, Hunter gave it to her, but he didn't get the title find over there.
Okay, so that car should be in Hunter's name?
I think it's his brother's name, that's why he didn't get the title find over there. It was Hunter's car, but Tanner was gonna buy it, and then Tanner backed out on it.
And he got bad, was he been wrecked or something, friend?
Yeah, on like the passenger side fender wheel, I guess. Like it's kind of like popped out, and it's kind of bit into the headlights. A lot dimmer on that side.
Okay. But that's who it should be in, okay. And,
Well, Tara's first name is Austin. I mean, I don't know if you all know that, but it's Austin.
I'm sure we got that. And McLeod usually driving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, but because I'm just trying to clarify things. Are they just ate up the dope?
I mean, he is. I don't.
Listen, if I'm gonna tell you something, Maggie. I've got a girl. I've got a daughter, and my daughter she's older now. She's 25 years old. But I love my daughter dearly. I want to ask you something. Do you love your little girl?
Yeah.
Off all your heart. Okay.
That's so sad.
Okay. Now, that's what I'm getting to. Then we need you to help us. Because everybody, we are trying our best to find her. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I don't care one bit about putting anybody in jail or anything. I want her back. If I can get her back, and we can get you straightened out in your life and everything good together, y'all can come back together again. I mean, no doubt in my mind we can work those things out. No doubt in my mind we can work those things out. But we gotta get her back.
I know.
And so, with that being said, I just want you to be completely honest with me. No more feelings or anything like that. Completely honest. Are they running dope? Are they just using heavy? What's their drug?
They're just using. She doesn't. I don't know what she does. The only thing that she'll admit to me is that she's very fond.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know, to be honest with you. There were a few times that, like, Dad and I would went to get, like, Elijah when she'd be with me, something like that, and she had birds on her and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know, like, if that helps at all or anything, but I mean, she normally, like on her arms and stuff like that.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, does she go by Angela or Angel?
Angel.
So, if you had to, if you had to lay it all on the table, okay, I've got one shot to find my baby and to get my baby back, where would you go?
They were trying to take me up in Mendoza yesterday before I came in here, and I kept telling her, like, turn over, get on the side of her, and if you won't take me up there, I'll call them and they'll come get me.
They won't take you to Mendoza?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Do you have any friends in Mendoza?
No,
You ever been to Mendoza?
no.
But they want to take you there. They want to take you there yesterday. It was different.
Well, they wouldn't tell me where we were going. I just saw the roadside. Let me take that back.
I understand. So what route stop did you see?
Like, State City Highway, one that had, like, the little airplanes like Mendoza, and it's like 5 miles away or something like that.
Okay.
We were headed in the direction of Mendoza. I mean, maybe they weren't, like, would take me there, but that's just what I thought. Like, they would not tell me anything.
Okay. Does he have any ties to people over there in Virginia?
As far as I know, all his family's from North Carolina.
Okay. Have you ever gone to see his family in North Carolina or anything like that? Okay. So, when I asked you that question about laying it out there where you might be going, I mean, you got a chance to get your daughter, to find your daughter.
Well, Dad keeps saying that Mom knows something. That's why she's like, you know, not answer anybody, kind of just disappears.
Now, you know, I know that you said that you gave Evelyn over to Ethan.
Okay. But Mom also told me that she talked to Ethan since then.
Your mom has talked to Ethan since.
That's what, I don't know, like 110%, that's just what I've been told.
She told you that? Angel told you that?
Yeah. If you want questions her and find her, do you please not tell her that I like?
Oh, absolutely. Don't
Okay.
you worry about that. Let me tell you, don't worry about it. I want her. I want your baby back.
Fine.
Okay? I want I want Evelyn. I want her back, safe and sound. I want her, I mean, those pictures of her, that picture of her and you, I'll be honest, I got that from my wall in my office of you and her. So that makes me want to go that much farther and try to find her. Okay? And it breaks my heart to know that she, I don't know where she's at. You know, could she be with someone else? Could they be treating her good? I mean, is she okay? That type of thing. And then on the other side of the coin, oh dear God, could somebody have killed her? Could that little baby be in a ditch line somewhere, or maybe in a trash can or something like that? And that's what's got me. And but you said Angel has talked. She says that she's talked
Yeah.
to. She's talked to Evelyn, and you're pretty firm that you gave let Ethan take care of her right at Christmas. Was it Christmas Day or
No, it was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve?
Me and my family went to Pigeon Forge, and I dropped her off before we left.
So your little girl did not go with you to Pigeon Forge.
No. Me, Hunter, and Dad, my brother and his wife, and like their kids with.
Where'd y'all go to when y'all went to Pigeon Forge? Just asking.
We went out to eat at Olive Garden, and then we went around Grove Park, and then we all stayed at Margaritaville Island. And
I've stayed there before. It's a pretty nice place. So you come back on Christmas Day,
yeah,
and then you went back over. Did you go see? Did you see her on Christmas?
yeah.
Okay, so you went back on Christmas Day.
I had her Christmas so.
Did you get to see her?
Yeah.
Did you let you hold her or anything? Okay. What time did you go over on Christmas Day?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I went to my brother's, picked this stuff up probably around like 4 or something, so I guess it was after that.
So you took presents to her
You know.
at Eaton's. And you took it over there. And did you get to go in, or did you just?
No, he always did anything outside.
And then you took the little girl Christmas presents, and then you got to hold her a minute, and then you gave her back.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you just didn't say, "Come on, you're going back with Mama"?
She started reaching for him, but I didn't want to take her from him.
She started reaching for him.
Yeah. I just thought she wanted to be there. I didn't want to take her. And honestly, like, I just wanted to break. That's all I wanted.
Who took you over there?
Hunter rode with me. Not Hunter sat in the car. Not exactly at the bottom.
But you drove from
He drove back.
But you drove over and
Yes, he drove back. This is my cruise when I had it.
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm around so much because I've been all together the past 2 days. I just can't anymore.
You've been through hell and back, and you're still in it. You're still in hell. I mean, you really are. The whole fact of not knowing where your baby is at. Oh my gosh! And I know it's heart wrenching. And you know, when you left on Christmas Day, did Hunter and Ethan say anything to each other?
No.
Okay.
Hunter didn't get out of the car. Well, Hunter only got out of the car and walked around the front to get in the car. On the driver's side. I could see where he was standing at the top of the driveway.
And he was just holding her when you pulled away?
Yeah.
Did y'all have any words or anything, or any anger
I
words?
mean, we argued, yeah.
What did you argue about that day?
Well, I called him and I was like, I want to come see him for a little bit. And I was like, if you don't want her to go with me, that's fine. We were at his mom's house at the time. I was like, just let me know. I won't break him. That's fine. You know, I was like, I don't care. Like, I just want to see her. It's Christmas. And he got mad because I brought him with me. But I asked for her. I called her. I didn't mean to piss him off.
Okay.
And I just had that argument again because I won't lie to you. He asked me, like, if I had any more doctors. And I was like, yeah, but, like, I took care of myself for a year. Like, it's your daughter. You can buy her a pack of, like, freaking diapers. I'm sorry, I know that talk about it. So I don't want to do about anything. It's just, you know.
So, Christmas Day, you're saying the last time?
No, I saw her the day after that.
Oh, you said you-
The 26th.
Okay. And when did you see her over at Ethan's den?
Yeah. He was pulling out the driveway and I pulled in for him to pull out.
He had her with, he had
You
her.
know, that's cute. He got her out for second me because we're arguing because he's like, you can't just show up here and stuff like that. And I mean, we just got into it escalating from there. And then he told me that I had to leave or even call the cops, so I left.
How did Evelyn act when she saw you?
She didn't like reach for anything. I didn't get all but okay. I'm sorry.
Was anybody with you then?
But,
Have you talked to Ethan much after that?
I talked to him on New Year's, and he wouldn't let me come over. Or New Year's Eve. If I say New Year's Eve, it's New Year's Eve, like the 31st. I'm trying to talk to him, he's just not really like answering me, but apparently my mom told me that she talked to me.
You think your mom talked to him during that time right there?
She told me she had been talking to him. I don't know.
So you not talked to Ethan, you talked to Ethan on New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
and Ethan said that your mom had been talking to him.
No, she said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mom said she had been talking to Ethan.
Yeah.
And did Ethan ever tell you that she been calling?
No.
Have you been heard?
Huh?
Do you think Ethan would heard?
My mom?
No, I'm not talking about that.
No.
You don't think Ethan would heard it?
No. I feel like if he didn't do anything together, someone would be probably take care of him. I don't think he would.
Okay. How is Ethan and your mom? Were they cordial? Would they talk? Would they get along? If they did each other?
Yes, I mean, they didn't necessarily like go out their way to talk, you know what I'm saying? There was like a few times where they like talked over text over the years, and I mean, I'm sure that was, you know,
Okay.
3.5, 4 years.
Okay. But you've known Ethan a long time, you haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I know this is going back a little bit, but how long has your mom and Tommy been separated?
I
How reason I'm asking that is because I'm just trying to figure out,
Well, okay, they got like a divorce, I think, in like 2014, 2015. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I think it was 2014, but Charlotte wasn't born yet, but my little sister. But they had a baby after that. And I mean, they were like living together and stuff like that. But if you're talking about as far as like divorce
Legal,
or something,
yeah.
I think like 2014.
when did they finally make a split? And, you know, Tommy and your mom, and she go her way and he went his.
Whenever him and Ashley started dating, I think it was June of 2018.
Oh, so this has been relatively fairly recent then. Okay.
Yeah, it was June 2018 after Ashley started dating at that.
In 2018?
I don't know I would be June 2018, I don't know the exact date. It was at the beginning of June.
Okay.
I know that I was over there on Father's Day, she was there. So she had been there 14, because that's when Father's Day is, right?
It is.
Yeah, so she had been there before that.
Okay. All right. If
They weren't living together for like a long time, because they were all in apartments in like Popular Ridge. They were just like talking and she got they got to them and stuff like that. They just weren't like legally married.
have you, you've been living down with Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you live in, I know you live in the trailer.
Yeah.
Over in, down near Boogie's. To pop hang out, you go there and eat and all, what have you. So, you lived there, and then after that you moved in with Hunter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stayed in hotels with you guys.
You're right, I'm saying, yeah.
But
But that's basically, if I haven't, that's the timeline of where you live and stuff like that, that's basically.
yeah. Up until around like March 2018, from February to March I was with my dad. Or until April, yeah, and then I moved in with Molly, that's my grandma. From April, and I stayed with her all the way through October.
Okay. Okay. So basically.
There were a couple nights my mom was at a hotel and I go stay with her, but as far as like living wise with it, it was like her mom.
And then she's the one that lives where?
At the mom and dad's hill, the
Down on Bay Creek.
operating on.
So you live most of May Creek, what do you call her?
Oh, Mommy. Oh, Mommy. I used to call her Old Mommy when I was little because she practically raised me.
Oh, Mommy, okay. You lived there with her from, when you say?
April to October. I stayed a couple of nights with her after I got my trailer though, because I'm else to do. There's a cop that lives right up the road from me that actually made me feel a lot better, so after I seen his car there, I was like, I won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's a cop that really like my neighbor, and I was like, it's fine.
Good, okay. Now, okay, so, and then after that's when you
I got my
took
trailer
your trailer.
a little bit for Halloween.
Okay,
Because I took her tree like maybe a couple days before Halloween with my cousin Ashley, not my girlfriend, this is different Ashley.
okay,
And like, I remember I took pictures of her in her little costume and she was sitting on the floor.
okay. You know, people ask questions, of course.
Yeah.
And you know, I know that the last seen her on the 26th, okay, and on the 26th, on the 26th, okay, your wife I'm just on. So, all this has transpired. If you had to answer a question like this, someone comes to you and says, Maggie, why did you call somebody?
Mom was talking to me, she told me I should just try to resolve it for me and Ethan. And that's what I was trying to do, and she told me she was trying to talk to us about it.
You did it again. Because that's the first time. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your lunch is back there. So I want to go ahead and break for lunch and let them try to figure this out. We'll come back. Probably 1:15.
One stand, please.
We can bring the jury in if they're ready.
Everyone stand, please. You may be seated. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, you can continue.
Your Honor, that was the end of that video clip. We just wanted
Okay.
to double check.
Good.
We can go ahead and submit that to the court reporter. It was exhibit number 184. Okay. Okay. Anything else that you did personally involving this investigation other than continuing to be a liaison between the different agencies involved?
That's it.
Okay. Please answer any questions the defense has for you.
Thank you, Judge. Well, she kind of stole one of my questions. This is the absolute only involvement you had in this case. I won't go back to that a little bit, other than, I guess, your administrative roles as a liaison.
That's correct.
And these two interviews that you initiated or done with Ms. Boswell, those both the same day?
Yes, sir.
What date was that?
February the 20th.
Now, did you Mirandize her?
No, sir.
Were you the first person to interview her on the 20th?
If there was more after me, I believe so.
So you believe you might have been, would that have been the first interview we watched?
I think so.
And that would have been before Detective Gillum or Lieutenant Williams?
I'm not for sure of the time.
I'm sorry, I think those were different dates.
Well,
I'm sorry, I can't answer that.
that's okay. Do you recall anybody else interviewing Megan that day?
No, sir.
So it was just you and you alone?
I believe so.
And then you interviewed her a second time on the same day?
That's correct.
And how much space was in between those two interviews? How much time?
I'm sorry, I don't recall that.
Well, I'm not trying to trick you, but was it an hour, 2 hours, or just?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
That's okay. You interviewed her on the first one, and I imagine you stepped out of the office for some time. Would that be a fair statement?
I can't. Been 5 years. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's okay. You eventually come back and interview
That's
her.
correct. That's correct.
She never left
No,
and came back for a second interview.
not to my knowledge. No.
Be safe to assume she just sat there until the second interview occurred.
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember what time that was?
No, I sure don't.
What would have been your normal duty hours that day?
With an investigation like that, it could have been at any given time. I don't know. My normal work day would be like 0800 to 5 o'clock in the evening, but it could have been prior to that or even after.
Possibility that these interviews could have occurred after 5 p.m.
Yes,
You just don't know.
correct.
Fair enough. Have just a second, Judge.
Yes.
Be fair to say, though, that your second interview would have essentially been a continuation of the first interview, with attenuated by a brief amount of time.
That would be fair to say.
Okay. And you said you'd been a detective, actually the captain over the detectives. You were the captain of that little division, so to speak,
Yes.
both literally and figuratively in rank.
Yes.
And I imagine you've conducted a lot of interviews over your years in law enforcement.
Yes.
At the onset of this first interview, we hear Megan ask about her boyfriend, and you indicate that he's coming down to see her.
Yes.
And she represents she doesn't want that to happen.
Correct.
Did that have any significance to you as an investigator?
No, not at that point. During the course of the investigation, I was doing my best to either get new information or to clarify other information. So when she said that, that's when I believe I stepped out to ask to have a phone call made by another detective for her.
And that would that be to just prevent the boyfriend from coming down?
She was wanting to see her mother, if I remember correctly, wanting her mother to pick her up.
And not her boyfriend?
Correct.
And that never resonated with you of why would she not want that?
Objection to speculation.
Sustained.
It's okay, Judge. Can I just say? Really what you were interviewing about on this day was essentially the same subject matter, a missing child, that Detective Raz and Lieutenant Gillum interviewed her
Yes,
on.
sir.
So that was the focus of all of these interviews.
Yes, sir.
And so whether you interviewed first or they interviewed later, they would all be a continual interview over a matter of time.
It was a continuing effort.
I'll take that. That's all the questions I have, Judge.
Thank you. Redirect.
No, Your Honor.
Is he free to be released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your testimony. You're released from your subpoena. You're free to go. All right, next.
State will call Jeffrey Blanton.